I have stopped the sidebar section of the admin panel. So here you can see the many design of the sidebar section. Here you will be able to get one of these. So if you want to get this, you will be able to get this one. Click on this. It goes to the side. Here you will be able to copy the HTML along with the CSS as well as the JS. These three things you will be able to copy and put into your website, right? So here it little bit complicated. So this design is very attractive. This little bit complicated as you are a beginner of the designing. So let me take this example. You have to go to the W3 school. You have to get the simple example, right? So if you search as responsive sidebar example, you will be able to get this design. So here simple. Here you will be able to get this design. So if you want to try yourself, you can see this here. Simple design you will be able to get it here. Simple design. So how to get them? Apply your site. Here I'm going to go to copy this sidebar section here. Copy it. Right, this is sidebar section. You have to copy back to my website. So this is your first row. I'm going to apply the second row. So second row, how to apply? Div class equal row. Here what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one. Well, these two things. Right. Div close it. Close the div tag. Here I'm going to paste it here, this sidebar section. Copy this back to here and paste it over here. Right. Now here let's align it. Simply you select all the things. Press tab key on your keyboard and set the alignment perfectly. Right. Now let's this one we have to, this is a page content here, right? So let's here 12 right. So the sidebar, this is sidebar section. So sidebar section we have to write like this here as a column 6, column sidebar section we have to apply 3. This one design we have to apply 3. Inside the row we have to put into two columns. One is a sidebar section, right? The sidebar section. Another one is a page content, right? The page content, the second one. So what I'm going to do is the first one, this column 1. Second one I'm going to put it here, div class equal column md 9. Now the 3 plus 9 total is 12. So the maximum size is a 12. So we have to, the content you have to paste it over here, right? This is the content. Right, now let's check the preview. Yeah, you have to put inside the content. You have right here test. So write like this, test. Right. Now here what I'm going to do is after that we have to copy that CSS type. You have to add the CSS types. So your CSS types also you have to get a copy. All the CSS types you have to get a copy of it. You have to go to here the head section, head area. Here we have to write this title also. The title, not a document, is a student management system. So here we have to, you have to write here style, starting, and you have style, you have to close the tab. Right. Now what I'm going to do is inside the style, I'm going to paste this style. Right. Control S to save and back to here and check it, the document, this page here. It is working. Now it's perfectly working the sidebar section. You will be able to see the sidebar section. Here if you click on this, it wants to change the things, right? So here content, what I'm going to do is you have to write the, where's the content, the layout, the content, this is the content part. We have to yield the content. You have to write the yield content, right? Yield. content. You have to write this keyword healed. This is the beauty of Laravel, heal content, right? Okay, this is the layout. So layout, we have to write the another pages. You have to create the another pages, right? So we have to select the view part. You have to put the one folder which is student. Inside student folder, we have to create the files. First file is a create.blade.php. Second one, show blade.php. Third one, edit.blade.php. Right. Create page, show page. Right. So all the pages are the another page is your index page. Index.blade.php. We have created the various files. These are the files. It is inside the students folder. Right. Here we already have layout, we have designs. These are the header, all things we have designed. This is the project. Okay. Here these are the section we have a, if you want to click the student, it goes to the student part. If you go to the teachers, go to the teachers part. So we have to design the URLs. So here we have right here active this of home. We have write this one. If you have click on the URL student, this goes student page. If you design as a teacher, it goes to teacher URL. So enrollment, it's got the enrollment URL. After that, you have to write another thing is a course. So courses, enrollment, after that payment. The payment. Right, this is right. So these are the things are right. Now let's file, save all, back it our design and check it, refresh and check it. It's working fine. You will be able to see it. Student, teacher, courses, enrollment, and payment. Right, it's working perfectly well. Right, it's working perfectly well. Now here, if you click on the student, the student is open over here. Right. Now let's start the student part. Let's start the student part. Right. So what I'm going to do is, let's go to the CRUD application for student. What are the entities we have to design of the student? Student name would be there, uh, student name and mobile number and address. These are the three fields I am going to write it on the student. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, simply we have to make the CRUD application of the student. So let's go to the project. Now I'm going to open up the another terminal here. Click on the plus symbol. You have to get it here. Now I'm going to go to the first step. I'm going to make the CRUD application. I already do how to make the CRUD application. So very simple. First thing what I'm going to do is, we have to all the configure part we have done. We have to do the database part, right? So first what I'm going to do is, I'm going to open the XAMPP. In order to communicate with our database, you have to open with the XAMPP. Right. MySQL port is connected. Right. Now what I'm going to go to the our database admin panel. Here where you will be able to manage the database. You will be able to create the database, delete all things. You will be managed from here. Click new. So write DB student management, SMS, DBSMS. Sorry, this number is already exit. Student management system, student, student management system, MS, right? A student MS, right? So if you click create, now your database has been created successfully. Student MS means management system. Short form I have written like this. I just copy this one. Go to the Laravel env file. Here you have to go to the MySQL database configuration part. Here you have to give the database name. Okay, what is the database you have created? You have to give the name over here, right? It's defaultly come as a Laravel. You have to change it as a what you have created the database name. This is the same name you have to given here, right? That's it. This is the user credential of the MySQL. While you installing the MySQL, what's the username and password you gave? The same username and password you have to given here, you have to give here, right? Then only the this is the way you have established the connection between MySQL and Laravel, right? This is the things you have to do it. Right? This is available in all the database part, which is available in the .env file, right? Go to the env file and configure this all the things, right? Right. After done the stuff, we all the pages we have created. Now we have designed all the things. Right. Now first, I'm going to go to the migration part. Right, we have a table migration part. So we have to migration part here, step by step how to make the CRUD application I have given. You go to the tutors funny Laravel 10 CRUD application, you can see here, right, how to make the CRUD application. So right, first I'm going to make the table migration part. You have to write the table migration of PHP artisan make migration, create your name of the table. What is the name of the table you are going to create? We have a there are various table on your software. Okay, there is a teachers table and students table and course table and enrollment table and payment table. The first table I'm going to create as a students table. Right here you have to use the plural, not a singular. You can't use a singular. Okay, this is the efficient way to create the table. Here you have to these are the keywords. Create, right? After that, students, plural. You have to use the plural, right? Now we have to copy this one back to our project. Here I'm going to right click, press enter key on your keyboard. Now your migration has been created successfully. Here migration has been created successfully. Now what I'm going to do is back to my database migration. Inside the migration, you will be able to see the students table. You can see the students table. Students table is defaultly come as a ID and timestamp. Right now, I'm going to go to here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fill that name. Okay, what are the columns we need? Right. So here all things I have mentioned over here. We need a table name and address and mobile. So I just copy this one. I'm going to paste it over here. Here, make sure this is not a. You have to put this single quotation mark, right? This is the single quotation mark, it works. These are single quotation mark. You have to put it here. Then only it works. Right. Now, if you want to create another additional column, you have to put into your project additional column. You have to copy this one and paste it over here. You have to name it whatever column. Okay, if you want to make the name, address, age, you have to write like this age. Okay, right? Age, here you have to write another father's name, all the things. Okay, so contact person, all things you have to write like this. Here, copy the same thing. You have to write contact person, parent, your parent person, right? So I don't need this column at the moment. I get rid of these lines. Okay, I keep these three columns. Okay, want to save the data into your database, which is a name, address, and mobile. Right. Now, after done the stuff, you have to save all. Okay, you must save all. Then only your migration command will be work. Okay, these are the column will be created on your database table. Now let's migrate this all the things. PHP artisan migrate. If you run the migrate command, you can see here all the table has been created. Now let's moving to your database and check it. DB students, here all your database structure has been created successfully. Here the students, these are ID, name, address, mobile, all the columns are created, right? These are the timestamp, it's work created and updated, working perfectly well. Right now what I'm going to do is your students part is over, student migration part is over. Now let's back to our documentation. This is over, your migration command is over. Now we have to create the controller section of the project. This is very important stuff. The controller which is communicate with the model and get the data, right? So here how to create the controller, you have to run this following command, which is a PHP artisan make controller. You have to specify the controller name. If it is student, the name should be student. If it is a teacher, the name should be teacher. If it is a enrollment, the controller name as changed as an enrollment, right? You have to give this controller name. Okay, here you have to write the keyword resource. Resources mean this is a single keyword which will be managed by the all the CRUD operation, right? Create, update, delete, all the CRUD part. It will be managed by these resources, right? You have to create the resource control, right? Copy this one, paste it over here, and press enter key on your keyboard. Now here your resource controller has been created. The way it will be created, you go to the app. Inside the app folder, here there is a folder which is a HTTP. Inside the HTTP folder, there is a controller folder. Inside the controller folder, you have a student controller has been created successfully. Here, it has a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 functions are there, right? Perfect. Now what I'm going to do is your controller section is over, right? Now what I'm going to do is here, this is the control section. I'm going to create the model. You have to create the model. So how to create the model? I haven't specified the model, how to create the model. So here, how to create the model, the same command, you have to copy it. I'm going to explain it, okay? So here, PHP artisan make, here, instead of the controller, you have to write some model. Model name, which is student. That's it. Not resources. You don't need, that's it. Copy this command. Back to my terminal, paste it over here, press enter key on your keyboard. Now here, the model has been created. You will be able to see here some model, student. This is an empty model. It's an empty model, right? Perfect. Okay, this is perfect. Right here, the model creation. You have to run this command. Okay, so here you have to run it simple. So I put it first line as a capital. Okay, no problem. It will be created successfully. It is created inside the app models. After that, you have to specify this column names over here. Right? I just copy this one. I'll be explained, don't worry. Here, your model is resided where inside the app folder, there is a model folder. If you expand the model folder, there is a student PHP. Here, what I'm going to do is, here I'm going to paste it over here. Here, you have to mention the table name, which is a students. It goes to the database. You already done the database configuration. Here inside this database, it is searching the students. The students table is there. Okay, student table consists of the primary key ID. Okay, it consists of the student table consists of the primary key ID, name, address, mobile. So you'll be able to see the following fields: name, address, mobile. Okay, right. Now after that, what you are going to do is we have to the model, the part where communicate with the database and fetch the data from the database to model. Model is passing the data to controller. Okay, controller part is the data to the view. Okay, now only we will be able to see the view. So what I'm going to do is go to the controller, student controller. Right. So first we have to give the path of the model where your model is resided. My model is resided the models folder. So we have to give the path. So what I'm going to do is we have to go to the we have to give the mention the model path where model is right. Okay. So this is a controller. Go to the models. Use here this one. I'll be explaining. You have to use the keyword use app models and student. So here what I did here is you can see app inside the app folder. There's a model folder. Inside the model folder student. So you have to mention over here. It's a path. You have to write the keyword use. After that, you have to give the path over here. That's it. That's the thing you have to do it. Right. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do is we so far over. After that, what you are going to do is the view. After that, we have to use this in Laravel 10 standard. You have to use these lines. Okay. Use, illuminate, view, and view. So you have to write like this. Okay. Here this one and request response. These are the lines you have to write. So I just copy these lines. Your paste here. Yeah, request is already there, so I get rid of this line. No need them. So we need these following things in order to work with Laravel 10. Okay, redirect response student, which is our model. It's a view. Right. After that, the index function. Index function, first we have to, what you are going to do is, we have to write this one, view. Right, this view resided on where, here, inside this here. Okay, resided here. Okay, inside this view. Use eliminate view this view. Okay, right. In my next video tutorial, I'm going to teach all the things. Okay, I'm going to finish off the this all the student CRUD implementation part. Right. Thank you for watching.